I'm going to be discussing a TED Talk given by Yuri Allen, a scientist who studies how cells work. And he discussed using a more creative way of thinking in science instead of thinking in a direct line from question to answer. Allen opened up his presentation with a story of how he was hopelessly stuck in the middle of his PhD and how it made him feel, and the process that a scientist usually goes through. And he discussed how he used improvisational theater to figure out a way to get unstuck. He concluded by talking about how we get from A to B, A being the question, B being the answer. And he discussed how sometimes when we get stuck from A to B, we kind of veer off course from A to B, which is this unknown place of uncertainty, and he called it the cloud. And he discussed how the cloud leads us to a third unknown answer, which is C, and how C is always much more profound than B ever was anyway. And I found his talk to be extremely insightful, and I identified with the entire thing as an artist who happens to be in my own form of the cloud in art. He used storytelling throughout his entire presentation, which I just loved. He even ended with a song where he used the audience as his backup singers, which I thought was just a great way to connect. I believe he exhibited the natural, authentic delivery in his presentation when he forgot that he didn't erase his chalkboard and he laughed at himself. It wasn't a big deal, but the way that he laughed at himself and the way that he pulled the audience into laughing at him with him was to me that very naked presenter philosophy. So I thought that was great. If I had to give one piece of advice to my fellow classmates, it would be to relax, go with the flow, don't freak out or panic if something doesn't go according to plan, and to tell as many stories as you can possibly tell, because they really bring in the audience. And know your material from A to Z. Know what you're talking about, and just tell it. Tell the stories and talk about what you know.